Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Florence and I'm an artist and a mom. And today's video is made possible by Artify. So we'll be going over some new brushes today. Artify sent me this 10 detail brush set to try and give my honest review, and I was really excited because my detail brushes have been going through it. The set comes in this little fabric case to store the brushes in. It feels a little bit like felt, and it zips open, so that's really handy. I've never had brushes in a case before, so it was different, but I like the way the zipper snaps to the case. I know that's probably not important to some, but I like it. And I like how the brushes are secured in the case with clear labels for each brush, and they're really pretty. I'm a sucker for anything wooden with gold details. This is the 20/0 round brush, which, spoiler alert, is one of my favorite brushes from this set. Then we have the 3/0 round, another good size. And then the 0 round brush. Those brushes have a thick handle, which I'm not used to, but after painting with them, I actually really like them. Next we have the 18/0 spotter and the 3/0 spotter. Some brushes I've not painted with before, like the short liner here in size 0. Then we have 2 regular liner brushes, one in size 20/0 and 10/0. Now here's a brush we should all recognize, the fan brush. I haven't painted with one of these since art school. And finally we have this dagger brush. I have never seen nor heard of a dagger brush, so we will see how it goes. As always with new art supplies, I'm going to practice with them a bit before using them for some paintings. I will be painting the final details of my princess bubblegum piece, as well as some line work for my crystal witch painting. I'm painting with my favorite color, alizarin crimson, on my favorite paint palette, handmade by Candace Fincher, in case you were wondering where I got this palette from. Unsurprisingly, I really love the 3 small round brushes. That is my favorite type of brush to use and what I'm most familiar with. My second favorite is the spotter brush. I was able to get really tiny dots with this, and that is important for highlights, freckles, etc. I used to paint the majority of my line art and highlights with a spotter brush, but it unfortunately got frayed, so that's why I now paint with the round brushes. However, now I have a new spotter brush to use. Next are the short liner and regular liner brushes, and I was pretty unfamiliar with how to use these. I've seen other artists paint with these for details like whiskers and hair, and I've always admired them. You'll see me here trying 2 methods with these brushes. I wasn't sure if I needed to paint with the whole brush where I lay it down and drag up, or paint with just the tip of the brush. I hope that makes sense. I'm not the best at explaining anything technical when it comes to painting, or just in general, to be honest. I actually preferred painting with just the tip of it. I felt like I had a more even, consistent distribution of paint. Okay, here we go, trying out the fan brush. It's been a really long time since I've used this, or used a fan brush, and I wasn't a fan before. I looked up what to use this brush for, and I saw a lot of trees, grass, clouds. So that explains why I've never found the need to paint with them, because I don't do landscapes. I really should. I've been meaning to do landscape studies and try to improve on backgrounds, because backgrounds are non-existent in my work. How about y'all? Do y'all like drawing backgrounds? Do you avoid it? I really want to upgrade my skills and start incorporating more elements and backgrounds. It's just hard to step outside of your comfort zone. This dagger brush was also a bit awkward for me to use at first because I had no idea what I was doing. It was kind of fun to paint with though. I tried painting some petal shapes to get a feel for it. I could see using it for hair maybe. Then I just started playing around with it. I actually like doing this push and swipey motion, a very technical term there. I went back with one of the round brushes to practice some hair shapes because I do enjoy painting with these. And here's some close-up shots of the spotter brush. I mean, I could get incredibly tiny dots with this. I was surprised by just how tiny they were. And I could paint these details quite accurately, and I think the thicker handle of these brushes really does help with that. I was a bit hesitant because it's not what I'm used to, but I could just glide with these brushes with little, if not any, mistakes. Here we go, getting right into this Princess bubblegum piece. This was done with alcohol markers and colored pencil on marker paper, and I'm painting the details with gouache paint. I wanted to do a different type of highlight than what I'd usually do for hair. If you don't know, Princess Bubblegum is from the animated series called Adventure Time, which is one of my favorite shows. And she's made of, you guessed it, bubblegum. Her hair is bubblegum. Here's a pic of what she looks like in the show. So this is her in my style. And I want her hair to translate like bubblegum me, you know? Usually I'm like sweating and stressing over painting hair highlights, but this brush was incredibly easy to paint with. Like I didn't have a death grip on it like I usually do, and it was fun. Hair is normally my least favorite thing to paint, or it's the most difficult and stressful thing for me to paint. But this brush was pleasantly surprising. It didn't take me forever to do this stage like it normally does. And I will have a full process video of bubblegum soon. Now I'm moving on to some line work for my Crystal Witch watercolor painting. I've been holding off painting this for a while, and I honestly don't know why. It hasn't been hard or particularly difficult to paint. And I used one of the round brushes for the line work of her hair, and I was very pleased with the results. So final thoughts before I go. The case is really lovely, different for me, but pretty convenient. The cost is great for the amount of brushes you get. On their website, it's $25.89 USD normally, and right now it's on sale for $18.89 USD, not including shipping. And they do ship worldwide from what I read. If you're a beginner and are unsure of what detail brushes you want, I recommend this set. You get a variety and they're good quality. So this gets my stamp of approval. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more art-related videos. And thank you again, Artify, for the lovely gift. Okay, bye!